Hello everybody, Adam here. We hope you're enjoying our brief little mid-season interlude. Before we rejoin young Tikus and friends, two very little announcements. The first announcement is to say congratulations to Malcolm and Liz Hazel on recently tying the knot. They are, as you will have picked up by now, some of our biggest fans and biggest supporters. We are absolutely made up for the pair of them and wish them all the best for a wonderful, very, very happy future together. And speaking of Malcolm and Liz Hazel, they have donated one of the prizes for our giveaway, very generously giving us a copy of special modifications for us to hand out. And it is time, gentle listener, to announce the winner of our giveaway competition. To remind you, the prizes are a copy of special modifications, a Force Majeure branded dice bag and Force Majeure branded rolling tray from our friends at Board Game Solutions, and a couple of stickers thrown in there as well because everybody likes stickers. The random gods of chance have spoken, and the winner of this giveaway is Britt Knowles. Congratulations, Britt. We will be in touch to get your details and get your prizes winging their way across the galaxy to you as quickly as possible. Right, that is enough of my rambling in this accent at the very least. You know how it goes. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You're listening to Force Majeure, an actual play Star Wars podcast. My name is Adam and I'm your host, and today's episodes will be brought to you after these words from our sponsors. Coming up this week in Heights and Depths.
But our love cannot be. I am a droid.
I've always loved you.
I just cannot. I am in love with your brother, and your other brother, and your other brother.
But you are my other brother!
I'm afraid the diagnosis is terminal. He has died from blast of fire.
I thought I was special and I'm just another droid off the rack, aren't I? Arrow, I've given you my heart, but I can't give you my left diode. It already belongs to Sothoth. But I have amnesia!
What that Ima or up? Ima Dooby. Dennis, what is this?
Hi, I'm Mikey. I'm going to be the GM for Tiny Tikus Adventures. We're on episode 2, and we'll be going around the table, my lovely players, but not quite yet. I'm going to do a little bit of recap of where we went to in episode 1, and then we're going to be asking them a question. After cleverly discovering a secret treasure hunt that was definitely left for Tikus and his friends to find, the gang are led by Roy, the B1 battle droid, and are following a map to the Inferno. As they leave Red Yes, they are accosted to fight off a gang of older children who try and steal Roy. Just outside the city, they found themselves on the approach to the Lighthouse Lounge, built on the edge of a plain of emerald blue glass, created long ago as the blue sand melted to resemble a rough and unforgiving ocean. The cantina is a squat metal building painted in peeling red and white paint. It is clear that in its heyday, it was quite a well-appointed establishment, but those days are long gone. It looks completely abandoned. Okay, players, I want you to introduce yourself, tell us who you're playing, and answer me this question. What is the scariest thing to have ever happened to you?
Hello, I'm Adam, and I'm playing Tikus Bar, a Basilisk birthday boy. The scariest thing that's ever happened to Tikus? Well, once when I was a little bit younger than I am now, I went for a walk around my dad's workshop, and I tripped over, and I got stuck head first in a grate. And I couldn't get out, and I was kicking my wee legs, and I was pounding my wee arms, and I couldn't get out. And then Roy had to kind of get me out, and he struggled, because this was before Mum had installed the grease dispensers. So it chafed me very badly, and I thought I was going to be in there forever, and if I had to grow old and big in there forever, it was going to make it very difficult to get food, and to make guns, and to build things, and to open presents, to play with Roy, and to poop, and to make all of the fun things, and I wouldn't have any friends, because no one wants to be friends with a great boy.
I mean, obviously people want to be friends with a boy who's great, but not one who's stuck headfirst in a grate. Hello.
Hi, I'm Lou. I'm playing Risic, a Trandoshan crybaby. And the scariest thing that's ever happened to me? Everything. Everything is terrifying. I try to stop it, but everything is terrifying.
Wait till you hit puberty.
My mum's already warned me about that one.
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm playing Drenzo Ness, a Mandalorian who is the littlest bounty hunter. The scariest thing ever happened to Drenzo was when I woke up blind. Completely blind. I couldn't see. And then turned my helmet around. It was last week.
And the week before.
And the week before.
Many mornings.
And also Tuesday.
You've probably been asked not to wear your helmet to bed, but...
Yeah, but I hide it under the blankets and then put it on.
Yeah. Like all Mandalorians do.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mim, and I'm playing the B1 battle droid that is a nanny to Bar. Roy. Trying to think the scariest thing that has ever happened to Roy.
Well, you can laugh. They say that, working with children, the scariest thing is obviously they injure themselves. But I got over that one. The first time I dropped bar, I was terrified, but they bounced, so it's fine.
Okay, so to the side of you, there is a massive plane of jagged glass, which clearly is where something has hit the surface with quite a lot of force and a lot of heat. Could be a meteor, could be a ship, something like that, and it's melted the glass into a big plane, melted the sand, into a big plane of glass. Right next to it, and probably why it's called the Lighthouse, is a squat building painted red and white. It looks quite well appointed. It's quite large, but it is kind of very functional. It's a building that, because it's outside the city, is designed to keep away the sandstorms and weather and things like that. And it looks like, because it's outside the city, the through traffic's not been great and it's closed down. It's been closed down ever since you remember, so probably a long time. But looking at it, it looks quite abandoned. So what do you do?
Right, I think this is the place, Roy. Roy, is this the place? You've got the map in your wee brain.
Oh, let me look at the map.
It doesn't look open.
Oh, that's of course not. If it was open, then anyone could come and take the treasure. It wouldn't be a hunt if you could just walk in and get it. Isn't that right, Renzo? You know about hunts.
Yes. Yeah, no. Yeah. Any money that's around the back, it's going to be hidden in the back, I reckon. Hidden in the back.
Is this place on the map?
It's not on the map, but it is really quite close to where the X is.
Is the X within walking distance from this area?
It looks like it is where the Lighthouse Lounge is.
Okay.
So maybe the Lighthouse Lounge was built on top of where the treasure is hidden.
Yeah. I reckon that we might have to dig, because treasure's always buried, right?
Oh yeah, treasure's always buried.
Yeah.
And it'll be buried round the back.
Yeah, probably with a big X.
Yeah. So we need... Do we want to go and try and find a spade now, or do we want to go and have a look what we can see before we make a diggerer?
I think we go in, have a look around, see what's what.
Yeah, because it might be... Because, I can probably fashion us some rudimentary shovels out of these shards of glass and some gaffer tape. But if there's something inside we can use instead, that'd probably be better.
It'd be very sharp.
That's why you got the gaffer tape. You want one bit sharp to cut through the sand, and the other bit's gaffer taped up so that it doesn't cut through your hand.
That makes sense.
That seems fine to me. Let's go.
Brilliant. I think so. We're going to have a scavenger hunt to find some kind of digging implements, and we might need some kind of carrying implements if we've got enough bags and sacks.
What?
It's like a bag but bigger, a sack.
Oh, sack! Okay.
Yeah, not like the musical instrument. We're not looking for a band. Although
Could be musical instruments.
Well, band's instruments are like in carry cases, and that's designed for carrying things.
Yes.
So there might be a sax we can use.
I'm very confused.
I will give bonus points to anybody that finds anything really interesting if you dig around.
Okay! Drenzo goes charging off towards the front door.
Okay, the front doors are like a double sliding Star Wars door, and as you run up, the doors go and open up.
I skid to a halt in the doorway,
Yeah.
and Drenzo has a look around. What can he see?
It's kind of dark. It looks to be. I mean, you can see in there because there's light coming through the broken windows.
Yeah.
But there's quite a lot of blue sand in here where the windows have blown in. There is tables, chairs. There's a long counter. There's obviously a room behind, which is probably the kitchen. It's kind of dark.
Really ominous in here, guys.
I don't like it.
Let's go looking for stuff. Drenzo leaps in and starts looking under the tables. That's where people drop stuff, under the tables.
You leap in and start going into the tables. The floor is a bit sandy and a bit grimy, but, you know, you're a rough and tumble Mandalorian. You don't care about the grime and mud. And you start searching. I'd like from you a seek roll, please.
8.
Okay, you go hunting. I'll let you know if you find anything. What is
Excellent.
everybody else doing?
I'm standing outside being scared, sort of looking round the door.
Okay.
Tikus kind of wanders in, following Drenzo, looks around, realises it's a bit dark in here, and is going to go and look for a light switch or something like that,
Okay.
or a torch or a glow rod or...
You step in and are walking into the room. What are you doing, Ron?
I'm standing in the middle watching these guys all
So
go
you've walked
exploring.
into the room as well, have you?
No. I'm standing back watching where
Right,
these
so
guys
just
go.
outside the... right, okay. Tychus, you walk in, and you walk about maybe 5 feet into the room, and the lights of this completely abandoned cantina flicker on. Can everybody make a mind save, please?
Ooh.
How many successes have you got?
That's a round 0
So
for...
it's 6 is that successes?
Yes.
2.
Okay.
On my 8 dice,
Uh-huh.
0.
On my 4 dice, 2.
I got
I hate
2
you.
Fives.
but I also rolled a 1 on my danger die.
No, that's fine. This is a save.
Okay.
Okay, those people who got 2, now to hold back a shriek, as quite clearly this place should not have power. Somebody has been here. Those people who got 0, take a hit from your mind stat, because quite clearly somebody's been here, it's an abandoned place, they could still be here.
I'm assuming Drenzo leaps up, slamming his full body into the table he's underneath.
The lights come on, and you can see the place a lot better. It is a diner. It looks like quite a nice cantina diner. It's a bit ramshackle now. There's sand blown in through the windows. And it is a themed diner. It's designed in a nautical theme. So even though there are no seas on Cinnabel,
Yahar matey.
that's the way. There are things like starfish stuck to a plastic starfish or space plastic
A
starfish
couple of mounted Mon
stuck to the
Calamari.
wall. There is no mounted Mon Calamari, but there is a picture of a Mon Calamari in a jaunty pirate hat on one wall.
It's Captain Codfish.
It is Captain Codfish. Captain Codfish was a cartoon. He teaches you about friendship.
And also sells toys.
Also, yeah, everybody has a Captain Codfish toy.
I don't. Drenzo
Well,
never got one.
When
Yeah.
you press the button on his back, he goes,
Yahar, buy more stuff.
Yeah, it was quite an aggressive advertising campaign with Captain Codfish.
Superliminal.
Which is why they did very well, to be honest, because it was marketed to 4 to 6 year olds, which is exactly what they need. Tikus has a Captain Codfish.
Tikus does have Captain
Th-
Codfish.
This looks very much like Captain Codfish, but not quite. It obviously has an extra hat, which you don't have.
"Oh, I have to put that on my birthday list for next year."
Legally distinct.
Okay, as I say, the canteen is quite large. There is a set of double doors at the back behind the counter. Drenzo, from your search, you find a spoon.
Awesome. I took it into my utility belt.
This place shouldn't have power. It's been abandoned ever since the eating franchise went under. Only the toys remain.
That was surprisingly deep for you.
There might be toys here. I'm gonna see if they've got any chuckle meals left.
And I'm going to go behind the counter. and
But
start
they'll
looking
be off.
Yeah, but I just want the hats for my Captain Codfish doll. Sorry, action figure.
Tychus walks behind the counter. The counter is about as tall as Tychus, and so you can see a little crest, and that's it. There doesn't seem to be anything behind here that looks like a doll. Under the counter, there's loads of things like condiments and something that looks kind of mouldy.
for... Can I make a seek roll to see if I find anything
Yes,
cool?
you can.
No, that's
you
a
can't.
that's a hard batch. That one. I actually eat some very old mustard.
I don't like the mustard. It tastes of pain and sorrow.
Yeah, that's mustard.
Roy.
I'm gonna run over there and give him a juice box.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's obviously eating something a little bit icky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna get him a juice box. And all right, I would like to remind everybody not to put anything you find in your mouth. You're all smart kids. I know that you're smart. You didn't really find your hands, did you? I saw that, Drenzo. Those are your hands. You didn't just find those. You can put those in your mouth. Woo! But yep. Everybody, the lights are on, and it could mean that there might be somebody else around here. Now, we all know about stranger danger, right?
Aye, that's why I've got my catapult.
Exactly. And you don't have to be afraid, because I'm going to be right here behind you all the time. If you see something, just come along and tell me, and we'll sort it all out together, because that's what friends do.
Yay!
Friendship.
Tikus, there's a slight creaking from just near Roy.
Roy, I think there's a ghost behind you. I can hear the spoopy footprints.
Roy, there is a creaking, but it's because you're standing on something. You're standing on what seems to be a trapdoor behind the counter. It's not falling through, but it's probably not used to having a robot or droid on it. So you can see yourself sagging slightly on this trapdoor. You stand there, grinning.
Jump!
And
You know how I was saying that we might have to dig to find something cool? I'm not sure we will anymore.
there's a massive crash as Roy disappears. Now, Tikus, you can see that Roy has fallen through a trapdoor.
Oh,
However-
no, he'll be fine. He's got shock legs.
However, the other two of you, Roy just disappears because he's behind the counter.
Rishik screams.
It's alright. He's gone down a trapdoor, which means there's more treasure there, and he'll be fine because he can take a pounding when he lands. He's got shock legs.
Tikus throws himself to the floor, and kind of crawls over and just pops his head and first set of arms over the trapdoor, looking down, holding his little battery-powered torch down into the darkness beneath to see if he can see Roy.
The battery-powered torch flickers on. It's one of those kiddies ones, and it is not very bright.
No, much like Tikus.
But it does come in 3 colours.
It does. You can twist it, and it goes into... Which colour are you using?
Blue, obviously.
All right, blue. Can you do me a health roll, please, to see how you survive the fall?
1-6.
Oh, okay. You fall. You almost catch yourself, but you land slightly badly. Take 1 health.
Okay.
Your blue light from your torch kind of mostly makes the darkness blue rather than actually illuminates anything. But you can just about see Roy sitting about 10 feet down in a broken crate and surrounded by other items of junk.
I found a clue!
Are you right down there, Roy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Shall
I
we
found
come
some
down
stuff.
and join you?
Yep, you might need to find a rope, and remember about tension and weight and mass, and secure it safely at one end, and then climb on down.
Roy, I need to go to the bathroom.
I did say to go before you came, but
It's been a long journey.
fair. I think there might be a bathroom up there. Ask Tikus to take you. All go together.
Drenzo runs off looking for some rope, because that was the first thing he was told to do.
Okay.
Tikus, I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, there should be one here. I mean, it is a restaurant. It seems bad marketing not to. We look.
There is a door to the side, which looks like it probably is a bathroom. It doesn't have a sign on it, but it looks like it's probably where the bathroom would be.
Oh, it's probably through here. Let's go and have a look.
And we trundle over to the bathroom door, or to the door, and...
It's a bathroom, and I'll come back to you after you've finished. Can you do me a seek roll, please?
14.
You don't find a rope, but you do find lots of ropes tied together on the wall in a fishing net style motif. Basically, this is a theme restaurant for the sea. So you find a load of rope which you're able to pull off the wall.
Cool. I will tie that to a chair, because chairs are heavy.
Yeah.
And then I'll throw the rope down.
You easily push a chair over to the
Success.
trapdoor. In fact, incredibly easily push a chair over to and then you
Success.
throw the rope down. You guys come out of the refresher, and looks like Drenzo sorted something out. He's pulled a chair over. He's got himself a netting to easily climb down on.
That doesn't look safe.
It's fine.
I'm not sure that chair is going to be able to take the weight of all 3 of us.
That's why we go one at a time.
Oh, yeah, that seems...
It still doesn't look safe.
No, it's an adventure. Adventures aren't safe.
I don't like adventures.
Well, we're on one. So, I mean, shrug. I do think that maybe we might need to tie the rope to something a little bit heavier, because I'm tubby.
You could sit on the chair, then I can climb down.
Oh yeah, that works. And then, no, because who's going to sit on the chair so I can climb down? I'm the tubby one.
Oh.
You can sit on the...
Us two could hold the chair while you climb down.
Yeah. And then you two can just climb down afterwards because you weigh less than me.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Come on then, Tikus, you go first.
I go first?
I hold onto the chair.
I sit on the chair.
Okay, can I have a normal break roll from you, please, Tikus?
Yes.
This is how not dexterous you are, essentially.
He's quite strong, though.
He is quite strong, therefore quite...
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Well, that's a success.
Yes.
But also a 1 on the wild dice, which I seem to recall is a...
Is a bad thing.
It's a success with a threat, using more traditional parlance. And I suspect that the threat might be that the chair follows me in along with these two.
That's exactly what's going to happen. You start climbing down. It's quite easy. In fact, the rope seems to be helping as lowering you down slowly. You two, the chair slowly starts moving towards the hole.
Wilhelm scream.
Drenzo, not wanting to hurt himself, dives away, letting go of the
Okay.
chair.
You know how
Risic doesn't.
Away from the pit.
You know how Risic said that she doesn't like adventure? She's quite clearly changed her tune because she falls past you.
Oh, yay, that's the spirit.
You were about to say, and then you tumble out. Can either of you please roll a health saving throw?
So
Can I
either
try
or
and
both.
catch them?
Yes. Any successes you have on a I think a seek can be act as successes on theirs as you kind of break their fall.
So is it either or both of us?
Both of you. Obviously, just to remind you, you can roll evade if you want. If you don't want to roll the other,
So it was health, wasn't it?
it's health. Yeah.
If we've taken damage from that pool...
They're both the same.
All right.
If we've taken damage from a pool, does that reduce our dice as well?
It does. Yes.
So they're both...
It gets more and more difficult too.
And because it's a save, it's just successes, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's just sixes. Okay.
1 success.
Oh, for the love of Criff. Not only do I get no successes, but that's also a 1 again on the wild die. I'm good. Right,
And
trading
what-
that one's going in dice jail.
And what did you get?
9.
Okay, so
So
you
one
can
success.
give 1 success to either of these two.
I will. I'm going to have to give 1 success to Bar.
Okay.
It looks like it's going to need it.
So each of you takes 1 damage as you fall. Drenzo,
Yes.
you're alone. Everybody's down the hole.
As is the chair and the rope.
This is the chair and the rope.
Is there a small model of a boat with a sail?
Yes, on the wall there is
I will-
quite a large model of a boat with a sail.
I will pull the sail off.
Yeah.
Use that as a rudimentary parachute to jump down.
Okay,
This
you pull
makes
the sail off.
perfect
Yeah,
sense.
that totally works. Yeah, you pull the sail off. It's one of those solar sails from one of those like more luxury kind of yachts, spaceships. So it's nice and metallic and quite big because it unfurls out. You walk over to the hole and you leap down. Can you roll me a health, please?
Can I also attempt to catch this one? Because I know there's.
You
3
have
of
your
them.
hands full. Dar is holding you. Sorry, you're holding Bar.
1 success.
Okay, it seemingly is working. Take 1 health, please. As it does nothing to slow your fall. But you now have a big metallic sheet of cloth. Yay! Exactly what you need for a treasure hunt.
Oh, I don't quite know what happened, but I don't think the plan worked quite as well as we'd hoped.
We're all down here and nobody's dead. Success.
But I got hurt.
Has anybody got any Bactine spray?
Yes.
Could you rub some on my ouchies? And I'll do
Where'd
the
you
same.
get hurt?
Like my general me.
I don't have that much. You're
Spray
quite tubby.
I am quite tubby.
That's alright, we got the value family pack
Of me?
of the rub.
Okay.
It'll help. And Roy's going to pop out some of his baby calming stuff.
Just so you know, you're now in what seemingly is a junk room. It's not completely dark, because even though it is an underground room, there are very high windows, which are probably about a foot high, right at the top of the room, right near the ceiling. You can see through the gloom, this room is filled with boxes, and crates, and storage things, and over in the corner, illuminating quite a bit of the room, is something that you two, Tikus and Drenzo, probably aren't aware what it is. But Rissik knows exactly what this is. This is a Bacta tank. It's about half full.
That'll make the ouchies go away. That's a healing bath.
Oh wow, I haven't seen one of these since Data Corrupted.
I'm not taking a bath.
Oh, this is definitely a treasure room. Look, there's boxes of treasure everywhere. There's a glowing healing bath. There's almost certainly some Captain Codfish dolls.
Alright, why don't you guys look in the boxes? We're still looking for something to dig with, and if you can find a Captain Cod doll, that'll be bonus points too.
We might not need to dig, because this is underground.
Yeah, but it might be deeper underground, huh?
Oh.
Be prepared. Also, remind me to speak to all of you about safety points, secure knots, and weight differences.
Okay. Rissik, do you want to go first in the healing bath so you can show us how it works?
I think you just get in it.
You've seen these before, but it's kind of pushed on its side. It's not quite at 45 degrees, but it's resting up against the wall. It is. So it's not something you'd want to get in now, because it looks a little bit like it's not particularly stable.
I think we need to lay it down.
Okay, Tira, you show me how this works, and I'll make it work.
Okay.
Alright.
You guys can walk over to the Bacta tank. It's one of the ones that you have to, as you rightly say, lay it down on its side and then climb in through a hatch. It's not quite full. It's about half full, and you can see there's kind of like a luminous greeny liquid inside. They're usually supposed to be clearer than this, so you know maybe it's lemon.
It could have various salts in it.
It could. Who knows? Yeah. These things are monumentally heavy, but you walk over to have a look, and the glow from it shows that it's seemingly operational. And whatever turned the lights on seemingly set this going, because it's in startup mode. It sounds very much like an Earth printer, but an older one doing its like testing sort of thing. Yeah. As you walk over, like almost like a windscreen wiper thing flashes past on the inside as it goes round and kind of cleans the outside. It gets rid of some of the green tinge to the water, but not all of it. Tikus and Drenzo, what are you guys doing?
I'm looking for Captain Codfish dolls.
I'm opening assorted boxes looking for things.
These boxes are crates, so they take a little bit of leverage to get open, but you open one each at the moment, and your box is filled with packets of something. It looks like styrofoam in them or something like that.
I turn my little blue torch on, and now I'm close up.
It looks to be packets of freeze-dried food. The Lighthouse, whilst very posh, did not have fresh food coming in, because you can't really get fresh food on Red Yes. There's not a great deal to eat.
I found nom-noms.
You open up another one of the things, and there looks to be a selection of cutlery. There's knives, forks, spoons, cooking implements, things like that.
I will grab an assortment of knives.
It's not just for eating. There's supposed to be cooking knives here as well, which I'm going to tell Rob, not weighted at all for throwing.
Drenzo on the other hand.
I'm going to tell Drenzo, these will be excellent for throwing.
Correct. He's now festooned with knives. If he falls over, bad times.
It's alright, you've never fallen over before, so that's fine.
And we're already down the pit.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
I have a horrible suspicion we're going to find out.
Rissik, what are you doing?
I'm pointing out to Roy of how you lie a Bacta tank down. Of course, Rissik has no idea. She's just going by things that she's seen before. Whether or not that it works with this situation, who knows? But I'm certainly going to do it with the confidence of a 6-year-old.
Okay, so the first thing that needs to happen when setting up a Bacta tank is to stop it from being at an angle and putting it flat on the floor. So what you need to do is take the strain of the Bacta tank and place it very carefully on the floor. So can I have a break roll, please? Okay, that's 3 ones.
That is not ideal.
I'm going to come back to you
Oh,
in a
no.
second. You take the strain. Everybody, make a secret.
I got a 6 exactly.
That's fine.
I got 12 in total, 1-6.
That's perfect. Can you roll a secret roll as well?
Probably not.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You
so once.
all hear a speeder pull up outside. Risic, you're hearing slightly more paranoid. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
You're hearing slightly more acute than everybody else is. And you hear speeder's doors open and close. And the voices of adults. You can just hear, "We're here, boss."
I don't think that's Tikus's dad.
I'll be with you in a minute. I think I just pulled my back.
You can't move. You are taking the strain of a Bacta tank. And it's too heavy to put back. And it's too heavy to let go. And you're just holding it there. It's all fine as long as you don't move. Just keep steady and still. And maybe it'll get lighter suddenly. There's no other option.
I gotta be able to put this down eventually, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna hit the floor eventually.
Alright. Okay. Rizzik, can you hear that? There might be people.
I think there's strangers. Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
We need to hide, but we can't hide while you're underneath the thing, Roy. Can I help? I'm very strong.
Oh, that's alright. I'm gonna hide by pretending to be a stand for a battle tank. But I want you guys to hide inside the boxes and stay really, really quiet.
You're so clever.
The doors upstairs open. Above you, you can hear the creaking as people walk into the restaurant. There's a voice that sounds like it might be on a either a communicator or a hologram or something like that, which says, "Need to wait here for at least 24 hours, and I will call you for further instructions." "Sure thing, boss. What are we going to do about the basilisk?" "Well, he has 24 hours, but I think we might have to take drastic measures."
Dun dun dun.
Tikus is in trouble.
Oh no!
"Boss, the lights are on. Somebody's been here."
Shh, everybody quiet.
I hide in a crate.
"Check everywhere."
I hide in a crate.
"Sort this out. Call me when it's finished."
Roy is going to go into a low power mode and try and blend in with with the giant tank that he's holding.
Everybody roll me, apart from Roy, everybody roll me a hide roll.
I got an 8 including a 6, but a 6 on the wild dice still explodes.
Yep.
I got a 3.
13.
Okay. Risic and Tikus, you hide really well inside a couple of boxes. Drenzo,
He's carrying too many knives.
you climb into the box full of cutlery and get yourself comfortable. There is a bit of a crescendo as knives pour over you and everything like that. You start...
Helmet sticking out.
Roy, you start going into low power mode. Can you do me another break roll, please?
The odds are slim.
Ah,
So that's 12.
okay. That's really good. That's 2 successes. You push up, you do, and now we're going to bring in the 1 that you rolled before. Because you push it up, and you're standing it up, and you're really strong. You've managed to push it, and it keeps going and falls away from you, and there's a smash as the Bacta tank explodes on the floor. Liquid flying everywhere and just gooping around your ankles. "There's somebody downstairs," you hear.
Somewhere in a crate, a Trandoshan's lower lip starts to wobble.
Oh, Chris.
You hear the movement from upstairs and go, "Somebody's broken the trapdoor." And lights click on. You can kind of figure out that they're having problems figuring out how to get downstairs.
Well, yeah, we've taken the chair.
Yeah, exactly. Roy, this Bacta fluid is glunking around your ankles, but you can see it's kind of draining away, and it's draining away through a hatch that's below you, not standing on it, but next to you. that clearly hasn't been closed properly into possibly another sub-basement.
I knew we'd have to go down deeper.
What do you guys do?
Well, we're hiding until Roy tells us otherwise. Following the crash, there is a bit like a oh no. But we've been told to hide by Roy, and we are hiding until we're told otherwise by Roy.
Roy can't find them to tell them anything different. No.
You saw where they hid.
So there's a grate on the floor?
It's a not a grate. It's a metal kind of hatch, like an exterior ship hatch or something like that.
Can I try and open it?
It's already open. It's not closed properly. This is where all the Bacta fluid's going.
Is it a large hatch? Large enough for...
yeah, it's probably about 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. It's huge.
I got an idea. Alright, change of plan, guys. I found a hatch we can go through. I think it takes us into an even lower level. It's another clue!
Yay! There's knives and cutlery fly everywhere from Drenzo.
There's definitely somebody downstairs. Hey, look!
No, there isn't.
There's more than one person upstairs. This one goes, hey, look! I found a chair and some rope. Don't be stupid. There's kids down there. What do you do?
I'm going to point to the hatch.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody. Fast as you can. 1, 2, 3, down the hatch. You can go first, Renzo.
Okay! Drenzo goes charging off and leaps down the hatch.
Okay. Drenzo disappears into the gloom. What's everybody else do?
I go and look over the hatch to see if there's stairs or it's just another hole.
Yeah, a ladder or, something to climb down.
The last time I suggested you get something to climb down, you all leapt anyway. What's the deal?
I didn't leap. I was dragged down because Tikus is chubby.
That is fair.
I can't, I like cake.
Here's a juice box, ready? And go!
And he flings it down the hole.
Okay. Incidentally, there is a ladder.
Yeah, Tikus looks at the juice box going down and then just climbs down the ladder, watching Drenzo just kind of lying sprawled on the floor. And
Drenzo has disappeared into the gloom. Fortunately, you land on something soft, and I'll come back to you in a second.
Oh.
Yeah, Tikus climbs down the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty quickly. He's got 4 arms.
Yeah. As a few seconds after you get into this seemingly a corridor, lights flicker on, and I'll explain it in a second. But what do you two do?
I am going to follow Tikus down the hatch.
And Roy?
I'm going to have a quick check. Is the pit that we came down, are they on our level at the moment?
No, they're trying to find a way of getting down into there now, so they wouldn't be able to see you if you closed this hatch.
Okay, in that case, I will get into the hatch and close it.
So you climb through, standing on the ladder, you pull the hatch closed. There's a clunk as it fits tight, and obviously this is kind of almost like an airlock external hatch as well. The lights flicker on. You're in a corridor. It is grimy. It is really icky. You've landed in, I'm going to charitably say, is dirt.
Yay.
This looks like it might be a refuge place.
Stinky poopy Drenzo.
I describe it as a pipe, but it's not really a pipe. It is a square corridor. It is a corridor that goes about 20 feet in one direction and then stops at a grate. And in the other direction, it goes about 60 feet and there looks to be a door. Now, looking in the other direction towards the door, there is what looks to be a droid, very smashed, about 20 feet away.
Look at the poor wee thing.
Wow.
Tikus goes over to the smashed droid. And on the way, because his natural instincts are now taking over, he kind of pops out a little screwdriver and little tools.
Directly where you landed is quite squelchy, but maybe about 10 feet away from that, it stops. And whatever this dirt is quite solid and dried from there. It's almost like you just put a Bacta tank down onto that area you're in. You get to where the droid is, and from first inspections, you see that it looks like it's a protocol droid. Nice copper colour to it. It's not. It seems festooned with different, almost like it's got like a fishing jacket on, with pockets and things like that, and a belt. It's a very human sort of stuff, but it looks to have been crushed, just smashed.
Is it irreparable then?
Yeah, very much broken.
Oh, that's no end for a wee droid. I'm very sorry.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Right, you recognise this droid, and you're not entirely sure how. It's and you're not entirely sure how this is right, but it's you. And
Sure is a handsome fellow, ain't it?
as soon as you, and it's not a B1 battle droid, I must stress this, but as soon as you think that, loads of errors fly up, and it's like, it can't be me.
Do any of you guys, hey, Mandalorian, you're good with hunting and stuff.
My name's Drenzo.
I know, but I was referring to your cultural backstory of generally being good at hunting, so I referred to you as the Mandalorian, which is the most important element of this following sentence.
Okay.
I love smart kids. I reckon you've got some sharp pointy things on you there.
Yeah.
I could hear them. We're gonna try and make a little trap, so that if any of the bad guys who are after the Bathless come through this hole...
Pit trap!
Maybe a pit trap.
How high is the floor from?
This room is about 3 meters by 3 meters.
So
it's a
from
corridor,
the
sorry.
from the top of the grate where they climbed,
Yes.
where we climbed in. Sorry, you possibly wouldn't see the floor from the top of the
You didn't
ladder.
because there was no light, but the lights have flickered on as you came down into this area.
Okay. Alright, we need a plan to be able to set up something that'll either make noise or cause pain. Because pain will make them make noise, and then we'll know that they're there.
I might have a wee plan.
Does the droid still have its power core intact?
Yeah, I will need a gadgets roll, please.
That's 6 explodes. Oh no, it doesn't because it's not my wild dice. So that's just 9. 1 success.
Okay, yeah, the droid has a load of stuff on it, but you push past the fishing jacket almost, and the hunting jacket, I would say, and go into its cracked chest chassis, and yes, there is a power source in there. It looks like it might be leaking a little bit, but you can probably use it. Try not to get any of the fluid on you.
I might be able to make this poor droid go bang.
If Rishik says very, very shyly, we tie some of the knives to the rungs of the ladder, then they won't see them, but they'll cut their hands.
I like it.
Idea.
Alright, who wants to vote for that idea? Not that yours wasn't very smart, Bar, but we might have to come back this way.
Oh yeah.
And also, Roy, you feel a bit odd about blowing yourself up.
Plus, we prefer to recycle than destroy. That way the droid's soul continues to go on.
That's very important.
So maybe we'll take a part of him home, so that we remember what they were for, that could be used in something else.
Made though they be, they are still people. Church of Droid.
Yeah, sure.
Our family are observant constructionists. We believe that droids have spirits as well, same as everything.
Oh.
We are all one. Just because some are made and some are not doesn't mean we're all not
Okay.
inherently people.
We can take the head back, and I'll rip the head off.
I'll have a break roll, please.
9.
That was a 6 on your special dice. So
I know.
That
Yeah,
keeps.
That's why I got 9. I only have 1 dice.
All right, sorry. I didn't
You start
realise.
tugging at the droid's head. Rizzik, can you do me a seek roll, please? Because it is you're all standing around this droid.
That is 8.
Okay. As he's tugging away against the droid, a small orb, like a light, a glow orb, drops out of one of his pockets. It looks uncracked, and it looks like it might be useful. It might be working.
Tikus, we've got a glow orb.
Oh, that's very nice, Dad. That's going to be handy when it gets dark. Oh, do you want to keep hold of that since you found it?
Thank you.
I think that warrants 10 points for the scavenger hunt, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so who's gonna help me sort these knives out? Remember, they're very sharp, which is why you're doing it with droid supervision.
I can do it. I've got tape.
Tape is a good idea.
You can't hear anything from above you, but it might be because you've just gone through an airlock.
All right.
I will pass a handful of cutlery to Tikus.
Yeah, I'll go about halfway up the ladder because I can hold up on halfway up because my arms can kind of do that well, like Rissik does the lower things, and I can just slide down the outside without cutting myself.
Okay, gadget rolls, please. You just need 1 success.
Yeah, 9, 1 success.
10.
Oh, yeah.
I once again rolling 1 dice. Got a 6 on it.
Nice.
Rizzik seems to know what she's doing in her traps. You should probably invite her over more often. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do with maybe a pit trap or something like that.
My mum is a very good teacher.
Okay.
You get a gold star with it. That's really good work. I like it. But we all have to remember that there's a here in case we have to come back this way.
That's why we've left, like, a grip along each side that we know we can go up safely, but they don't.
Gold stars for everybody.
Drenzo, they're taking a little bit of time. You're standing next to the droid.
Yes.
And you notice, being who you are, there are a lot more bulging pockets on this fishing jacket.
I will rummage through the fishing jacket, see if there's any good things.
Can you give me a seek roll, please?
I'll try. So again. So that is 16.
Wow.
Oh, you find another one of those light orbs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Stashed in my backpack.
It's weird. It's weird because when you turn it on, it doesn't light up. It beeps. You notice it looks almost identical to the other light orb you have. Almost identical. Let's hope you don't have to pick between them in a stressful situation.
Yoto.
There's also in there a key card.
Ooh.
It's got a skull motif on it.
Skull key card.
There is.
It's a skeleton key. Ah.
That's really good.
There is a pod racing card for a Doug called Ranto.
Ooh, he's my favourite.
He's a while old. He's like from 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
He is. He's like a all-stars of pod racing. He's really good.
Vintage.
And also, there's a holo recorder. There's a little green light on it to say there's been a recorded message.
I will hit play.
You're just about finishing putting your booby trap together when you hear this voice. The dead droid on the floor flickers into view on a holo recorder. If you find this, I am dead. Sorry to be overly dramatic. My name is CH35TR. Once a protocol droid, now a treasure hunter and explorer. I leave this message in the hope that you might take up the mantle in finding the starship Inferno and its fabled treasure that it is rumoured to hold. Take this key. It is said to open the vault, reveal the vast wealth of the vault, and see your dreams realised. And it flicks off.
Treasure.
Drenzo, you found a clue!
Yay!
That's definitely worth a sticker.
And gives a little gold sticker to everybody.
Pull out the stickers, and at the end of the corridor, right near where the grate is, not where the door is, there's a boom as two plates from the side of the corridor slam together.
Traps.
You are in a refuge pipe, and it seemingly has reported a blockage.
Oh.
Now it kind of explains how Chester maybe died. Slightly closer to you, about maybe 5 feet away from the grate, there's a boom as two pistons slam together, trying to dislodge whatever the blockage is. It's getting slowly closer.
Run towards the other door.
Run away!
Run!
Cheese it!
You run towards the other door. It looks like wherever you are is in startup mode. It may be because you were up in the lighthouse, it may be because you've entered this pipe, but the other door does not shift open. You can see there are lights on it, and it is cycling through whatever it needs to be doing, but it hasn't opened yet.
Key.
Behind you, there is another slam as the pistons are now 15 feet away from the grate and slowly getting closer. The key beeps, and the door very slowly opens about half a foot, and then grinds and stops.
Come on.
Squeeze through. Oh, half a foot, probably not.
Okay. Am I strong enough to be able to push these
Anybody who's
door
trying to
apart?
squeeze through needs to roll me an evade. Anybody who's trying to push the door further can roll me a break roll.
Could I maybe try and do something with the circuitry using smart or gadget?
Indeed you can. Either smart or gadget. And if you want to do anything else, let me know what skill you want to use.
If the pistons are just smashing as it goes down,
Yeah.
does it look like, say, when the closest set of pistons went off,
Yes.
that the ones behind them also went off?
It's difficult to tell because there's just one boom. But you can wait for the next one to go off and see.
Yeah, and look at that. See if I could just then jump to the other side of the pistons.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So anybody who's rolling, let me know. I want you to roll me a seek to observe.
On smart,
Yeah.
I got 7 in total.
Okay, so Tikus flips open the panel and starts messing with the wires.
I rolled a break to try and hold the doors open.
Yeah.
And I got a 12.
Okay.
Rishik is having a bit of a meltdown and clinging to Roy's leg.
Aww.
It's dangerous, it's got out of control. Rishik is now having a bit of a cry.
There's another boom as they get closer. What did you roll?
Drenzo, roll a 6.
Possibly. You think probably behind it there is no pistons. You're not entirely sure, but you kind of guess that it probably is just the piston closest.
Okay.
Okay, you rolled a 12. The door is pushed another half a foot. You can just about get through if you manage to get through and evade and get 1 success on it, 1 6 on it. If you want to do that, if you think you can get through.
I would like to do a mind roll, to do a rousing speech to help convince.
It's not a mind roll, it is an inspire roll.
Oh, it's an inspire roll. Oh, it is. I do have inspire. Oh dear.
You're fiddling with the door, and you override the door controls, and the door shudders a bit. It looks like it's actually blocked by something.
But maybe if it also had like mag locks on it that was stopping it,
Yeah,
make it a little bit easier for Roy to...
The mag locks and things like that, which were on it, because there was no one... It was an unidentified thing in the pipe, and they don't want to be opening it, have gone, and possibly with a big, like a smack or something like that, it'll dislodge it and allow it to open.
Right, if you can't fit under normally, once you've got Rishik through, drop down into travel mode and I'll pull you through.
Because B1's compact.
Okay, what you got in your inspire?
Not great.
A 3 and a 1 on the wild dice.
Okay. The giant comforting droid looks down at you and says,
I'm sure dying by crushing is a great way to go.
Rishik lets out a wail and dives through the door.
you do me an evade, please.
12.
Rissik slips through the door very deftly and disappears into the darkness.
To have a bit of a cry.
You can hear sobbing.
Roy is taking that as a victory. He had this whole inspiring speech in his head about how heroes have to go through a period of struggling, that in the end condensed it into one soundbite. But she has gone through the door, so that's a win.
There's another boom, and Chester, where you were up to, gets squished.
Travel mode, Roy, travel mode!
Drenzo, you're gonna get through.
You go first. I've got a plan.
Do we have time for more plans?
There's always time for more plans. We're adventurers! Travel mode, Roy, now! Override B5!
Roy pops down into travel mode.
Tikus rolls under the door and yanks...
Can I have an evade, please?
Yes.
You can have a bonus dice, because this is working quite well, I think. In fact, no, not a bonus dice. You can re-roll one of your dice. I mean, that's probably a better way of doing it. Which is good, because there's lots of ones there.
My whiskers.
Oh, I'm going to be a suitcase forever.
That's a hard fail. Could I use my special of I have 4 arms to add a little bit of leverage and roll an extra die at the end?
No, you cannot, but your special of having 4 arms will help you, because you dive through the door and get stuck.
Hey! Uh-oh.
There's a boom. You're about 3 booms away from being splattered right now.
Okay. And he's
stuck in the door.
Stuck.
Drenzo! Make Roy use his oil gooper on me! I don't want to be stuck again!
Don't worry, I've got a plan. The handheld blowtorch I picked up earlier, I'm going to cut him out very quickly.
No. Oh no!
You start cutting him out. I wouldn't describe it as very quickly. It is not a lightsaber.
Roy, wake up! Roy, wake up!
Can I wake up, please?
Yes.
I think that this is activating the
Nanny protocol.
The stuck in tight places protocol.
Yep.
But also combined with the fear that there's some kind of plasma sword cutting into something by my head.
Flashbacks!
So Roy jumps into life with a start, and all you hear is, "Die, Jedi dog!"
I don't know where that came from.
There's a boom behind you. You are 2 away now from being squished.
He sees that Tikus is flailing a bit, There's a bit of a buzz, and suddenly some soothing music comes on. Some oil starts slicking out of a bottle that just pops out of the end of the arm and gets sprayed around, and there's this weird
Okay, it's okay. You're a little stuck, but we're just gonna put some oil here, and then we're gonna squeeze down tight. If we're nice and thick, we will slide right through. It'll be alright. And we all give a push, 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 push. Drenzo, here, give a push, push, push. Everybody here, give a push, push, push. And Tikus will be free.
Roll me what you think is relevant, because I'm not sure what's going on.
Rissik will give a yank from the other side.
I think Breck.
Can I roll a break to pull myself through from the other side as well?
Yes, with your extra arms, you actually have leverage to push yourself.
Got a 1.
I got 1 success.
I got 12 in total.
Okay.
I got 7 and a 1 on my risk die.
Okay. So, you managed to do what you need to do. You managed to push Tikus through. But, because there's oil everywhere, both the two who got ones, which is Drenzo and Roy, there's a slipping, and you'll end up on the floor. There's a boom as the squishy thing behind you, the only one that's left before you get crushed, slams shut. You're both on the floor. The door is about a foot ajar. What are you going to do?
Drenzo is going to run past where the crusher has already fired to be hopefully behind where it should be going off. Hopefully.
Maybe where the ladder is, because presumably the ladder hasn't been smushed.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So there might be just like 2 foot of space.
Yeah, I will run to where the ladder is. Drenzo will run to where the ladder is.
Roy, what are you doing?
I'm going to desperately look around for any... Are there any big metal bars or anything? Is there? No. There's absolutely nothing to wedge this. Well, it's not my biological dependent. I suppose bar is the most important one, and we can continue this podcast with only 3 people.
Under the door.
No, I can't leave the Mandalorian. This is party protocol. So we're gonna
keep all the kids together.
Roy's going to follow the Mandalorian and follow Drenzo and try to, with his amazing droid calculating mind, try and calculate to make sure that he can give a supporting shout for when we need to jump or duck or...
Okay. Drenzo is deciding where you're standing and you're assisting, so I want Drenzo to roll an evade, which is all of your dice and you're looking for 6s, and Roy to roll a smarts in support.
2. I got a 6. 1-6.
Okay. So how much are you total? 1-6, right.
1-6.
Okay, so you stand there waiting to see if you're going to get crushed. And there's a creak and a slam, and you were right. The slammer only happens right near where the door is. Guys, they've been crushed.
I don't have to build another best friend.
It's all quiet. You can hear crying.
Roy's gonna grab Drenzo and put a finger to where his lips would be if a droid had lips, but
This is the general symbol for be quiet. This is gonna be hilarious.
gonna creep up to where the gap is. Can we squeeze through now that we're not as scared of being crushed?
Interestingly enough, as you walk up to the gap, because the protocol for the smashers has gone, it opens.
Tikus has got hold of Rissik in a big hug and is sobbing onto Rissik's shoulder.
May his circuits finally know peace. May his transistors never blow. May his logic know only electric sheep. I don't want to have to go and see.
Why are you crying?
Spoopy ghost!
Surprise!
Rissik screams and runs.
Wait, we're not dead!
You are in maybe a 15 by 15 foot room. But as they step into the room, the door closes and plunges you into darkness.
Rissik screams and runs into a wall.
Tikus screams and runs into a wall next to Rissik all the time going, "Spoopy ghosts!"
And that's where we'll leave it now.
And join us next time for more Tiny Tikus Adventures.
Force Majeure Pod is played using the Force and Destiny game system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Tiny Tikus is played using a game I made up, and you can probably find that on the website by now. It's very simple. Our intro music for this season is Unholy Night by Kevin MacLeod, and our outro music is Suburban Outlaw by Forget the Way. Both used with gratitude and under the Creative Commons license. If you like the show, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Force Majeure Pod. We have a Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/Force Majeure Pod. You can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/Force Majeure Pod. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.